Go ahead, baby.
No, Luna.
Don't do it back. It sure was.
And then we stop. Hey, welcome again to the Carlos Taco Show. We're your hosts and hostesses. We got Miss Patty, we got Nicole, we got Mary, and Carlos. How's everybody doing today?
Greetings.
Pretty good.
Greetings.
Good.
I'm tired. I'm sweaty. It's been a long back to back. Yes. How are you doing, Carlos? How are y'all doing?
Better. Hectic day. Got out and exercised though, so yeah.
That's good. It's been a busy day for me too. Like, oh my gosh, back to back phone calls, meetings, all the stuff. So, yeah, I feel you, Patty.
Right.
Okay, well, thank you all for being here. There's a lot of community happenings, and y'all are some of my favorite community people because, man, we have a lot going on. On tonight's show, we have Danielle. She hasn't logged in yet. There's
Not yet.
And tell us about BAART. It's a program it's about accessible medication and assisted treatment for people that are struggling with opioid use. So it would have been a great conversation to have tonight. Because it's Mental Health Awareness Month, and we had a whole opioid epidemic. We had the war on drugs. We have struggling families and mental people self-medicating. It's a lot. So definitely important topic.
Wait, should we all go grab a beer? Bad joke.
Water.
Sounds great.
No, it's the self-medicating thing.
Yeah.
I got water.
Literally. Okay. Well, let's welcome our guests to our audience. If you don't know, I'm Patricia, mom, advocate, activist. And y'all want to go around the table real quick?
Sure. Nicole Gardner, homeless advocate. Have an organization here in the city of Antioch called Facing Homelessness. We serve the unhoused community here in the city of Antioch. I'm much more prouder, though, of the advocacy work that we do here in the city to advocate for housing, shelter, basic human rights for our unhoused community. So that's me.
Nice. And then
Oh, me?
Mary. Yeah, ladies first.
I support all the advocates. I might be a little bit of one myself.
You
Big time.
Right. And
Who are you,
did
Carlos?
you go already, Patty? Oh, okay.
I did.
It's my turn. So I'm Carlos Aguilar, better known as Carlos Tacos in these parts. I'm a homeless advocate too, and we have the tents for tacos every year that we throw to raise money to help with the homeless right before the winter starts. Getting I'm over here making tacos, and then the team just raising money. We get sleeping bags and such. For and tents and all that. This year it's going to be a car show, so we'll but it's not going to be till October, so we'll talk about that soon. But yeah, we'll have a whole show on
taco
it.
sampling recipe before you start
It's
it.
like we're all pretty much on the same page.
Mm-hmm. And Mary, you went last year, right? You helped with that last year.
I have helped with it.
She's helped with the last 2 years.
At the Jose Cordon.
That's
what's that?
Oh, on Friday?
Right. Yeah.
I might be helping with that.
Yeah, we'll be giving out tacos that day. Yeah.
Cool.
We'll be giving out tacos that day, but then we're going to have a QR code if they want to, help pay for whatever whatever they're eating. So
Mm.
yeah, well, we got
Okay.
Tick
Mary is
21. Oh, hold on.
everywhere,
No, we got-
okay?
I am everywhere.
You talking about you ain't no advocate, girl. You everywhere. You advocate for all type of issues out here in the city. So
So my,
we
so my
appreciate-
favorite issues, my favorite ones that I do is
Welcome,
my
Devin.
very favorite one is keeping people in their homes.
Mhm.
That's the one that kills me.
Mm.
And then, of course, getting people into homes,
Right.
well as trans rights, which is near and dear to my heart because of friends that I have and will meet over the years. And finally, just making sure that there's a platform where people can talk freely without being bullied.
There you go.
Right.
With my little web page or Facebook page or whatever. That's almost at 13,000.
Ooh, that's
I
good.
know, right?
Congratulations.
I love you.
And I go to city council meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And you
Everything else I
advocate
watch
and
on
speak
TV.
and you
What?
advocate and speak up there
Oh, I do.
on all different kinds of issues. So you questioning if you're an advocate.
No, that's I'm a little bit of an advocate.
No, you a big advocate for for a lot of different issues. Like my main thing is homelessness. And I dip and dab in a few other things, but like I see you all the time at council meetings and everywhere else, school board meetings. Like you're a true advocate for all different type of issues. So we appreciate you here in the city.
Well, I appreciate you too.
Quick comment. So if I don't think Danielle's gonna come in, I just invited Gavin to hop on in and join the conversation. He's got some updates for us too.
All
So,
right.
so our updates of the night will be community updates. Let's lift up names of our recent loved ones in the community. Let's talk about the recent. There's an NAACP election for the youth that Gavin will tell us about in the talent show. Let's talk about the Antioch School Board meeting. Let's talk about the Police Oversight Commission meeting recently. Any other topics that we should hit? Anything else? And then we'll go. Okay. So we lost a big advocate, NAACP leader, King Willie Mims.
Oh.
He passed yesterday, I believe it was, Nicole.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard of it. I heard yesterday. I learned of the news at the school board meeting.
Oh.
Yeah, Velma Wilson. She made an announcement. A very heartfelt announcement. He will be missed, y'all. Like he won the key to the city. He received that honor this year. I know, Nicole, you've worked with him. You probably worked.
No, I honestly, I know the name sounded familiar when it was included in like our group text and stuff, but I just haven't. I've been so busy today. I haven't been even able to connect the face, but I'm sure we've come across each other.
Yeah,
I've talked to him before. We talked about services for youth, because we're a pocket community, and how many things we don't have for the youth. And I was telling them about the Mount Diablo Unified School District and how they have free daycare after school that has tutoring and gardening and Zumba classes and homework club, and how well the students do and how much our students here would benefit from that. And he's just like, get out there and tell everybody. So I haven't told anyone. So this is my tribute to him, is saying that out loud. But he was a very kind man, very smart. And I was glad to meet him and know that he was on our side.
yes, and especially during our protests, he showed up to the 2020 protests and the city council meetings. And it was he was the former president of the NAACP East County chapter.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a king. Heaven got another angel. Yes, baby. And we lost another loved one, Mr.
Raheem.
Harold Moore Rahim. He went by Rahim.
Raheem Coe. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Harold. I don't know who Harold Moore is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Was it someone else? Because there was someone that was violently. Someone was violently.
An unhoused, someone that was on the streets.
With the rock, with this. With
Yeah.
The,
Well, they're assuming they're still in an investigation. Yes. Raheem Coe was his name, and he was well loved by the community. I was just, I don't really go that way, and I don't really go on that side of Antioch so much. So I may have ran into him once or twice, but a lot of people knew him in the community, and there was so much love, dozens and dozens and dozens. I want to say even hundreds of comments under our post about him passing away, of community members just saying, I can't believe it. What a good guy he was. Even my mom called me early today, like, Nicole, I didn't know that's who you were talking about. I would see him all the time, and he was just a really great guy. So, I reached out to his mom, and she was just devastated, and she was just, crying and could barely speak, and just connected her with some resources and some of our other like community leaders and religious organizations who reached out to her and was just trying to support her the best way that they could, because she was saying she was so devastated and needed to talk to someone, and they had no family out here. So yeah, it definitely was a tragedy for sure. He did not deserve to die like that. No one does. And I just really hope that APD takes this investigation seriously, no matter what his status in this community was, and they take it seriously, and the family can get some type of justice. So yes. And there is a memorial that I heard someone was putting on tomorrow at 5 p.m. I'll have to give you the location. I can't remember the location of it, but maybe we can put that in the description of the video.
No, most definitely. Carlos, did you know him too? Did you run into him in the?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't. We could put the information in the Carlos Tacos page too.
Mm-hmm.
On Facebook, right? We can do that, Mary?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah. So he was houseless, but he's. Hi, Gavin. Welcome.
Damn,
He's got his 40.
Was that a 40?
He's like, oh, let me hit this before I hop on.
He's like this.
You'll get a little.
No,
I gotta remember these kids are not kids. No.
You get lit.
Welcome, Gavin. Thank you for joining us. We had a guest scheduled, but I don't know what happened at the end, but it's okay. We'll reschedule. So our conversations of the night is community happenings, and you could probably tell us. We lifted King Willie Mims' name, and our houses, our other community member. Say his name again, Nicole.
Raheem Coe.
Raheem Coe.
It's Raheem Coe.
Raheem Coe. Okay, thank you. And then we're going to go over just community happenings. We want to hear about what's going on with your talent show, the NAACP Youth Talent Show, the NAACP Youth Elections. We're going to talk about the recent school board meetings, the police oversight commissions, and upcoming city councils. So yeah, whenever you want to tap in, Gavin.
sorry,
Wait, first of all, who won
sorry.
the election?
Yeah. Well, I guess the elections are over with, but we was going to wait if everyone showed up to our event to tell everyone, but
Cool.
it is now public record. I am now re-elected as youth council president.
Hey.
I thought you said you weren't supposed to tell nobody. Did
Hey.
you just say that?
Hey, but I ain't gonna tell nobody else.
I didn't know it was a secret. I blew it.
So no, you good. So what had happened was we had so many hiccups and so many crazy things that happened to our youth council behind the scenes that I can't really necessarily get into.
Mhm.
But it was so crazy that we just now we're here. We're just like whatever.
Right.
Yeah, so we're just trying to just celebrate us right now, and we're just trying to be us. That's what it really is. Unfortunately, we won't be able to have food because we're trying to raise money to go to our national convention this summer, which is in July. So we're trying to keep
Where's the convention?
in Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we have to, and that's
Y'all trying to turn up. Y'all ain't even worried about no convention. I'm joking.
yeah.
She's like, let me be the chaperone.
Yeah.
Right.
Nicole.
He's already warming up with that 40.
Hey,
water.
You gotta show us your water again because that looked like a 40 to me. It looked like a Miller.
Sure enough, did.
leave
Glass
him
bottle
alone.
and everything.
Switch the bottle.
Leave him alone.
I
Uh-huh.
can't. It won't.
All right. Not a 40,
Yeah.
it's an ACP bottle.
Yeah. No, trust me. Trust me. Trust me. It's not that I don't drink like that. No,
Okay.
I can't.
No
If
shame.
I drink, I fall asleep.
Ah,
I can't make it past one cup anyway.
lightweight like me.
I can make it past a cup.
Like
have
8
my
ounces.
No, the only drink I was able, I couldn't even do that. I was just like, I took a sip and I was just like, I was asleep like someone, and I started snoring. Hi.
Oh, our elected official, Queen Warrior, Revolutionary.
Yay.
Say hi to
Okay,
Devin
so
too.
Davin, when you were saying you guys are saving up for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're saving up for the national convention, and we're trying to save. We're trying to also keep a little money on the side for our next banquet that's going to happen soon. I can't give any information about that, but it's soon. So keep your eye out.
Well, we can pre-party and celebrate you next week on Friday at the poetry night.
Poetry slam.
We'll be making
Yeah.
tacos. If you want to come through with your youth NAACP, we can have.
Yeah, I'm going to tell everyone about that.
Yeah, come through. We'll be cooking. We'll be cooking tacos. Having a good. All right. Well, next topic. Do you want to tell us about your talent show? How's that going?
Yes. We're wanting people to buy tickets. The tickets are $10.
I'm gonna buy my ticket right now. Right now.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I had it on my list.
Yeah.
Good question.
There was homeless sweeps that took place today with no resources.
Yeah.
Another one.
Mm-hmm. I did hear about that. I did hear about that today. So I did reach out
going out to those.
I reached out to the non-emergency police number and was basically just letting them know, like, hey, there's it looks like some homeless people are being having the things taken away, whatever. It looks like APD is down there. Can you send the mental health crisis response team down there? And the lady was like, what? There's a, I think she said the sheriff or the what did she say? She didn't say the chief, but she said sergeant or something is down there leading it. And I was like, well, can you send the mental health crisis response team down there? Because they shouldn't even be down there. And she was like, the officers shouldn't be down there. And I was like, yeah, that's why we have the mental health crisis response team. And she was like, okay, and who are you? I'm like,
Dang.
Nicole Gardner, homeless advocate for the city of Antioch. Can you please send them down there? And she said that she would. So hopefully they did go. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Right.
That's so.
Nice.
Hopefully they did go down there and were able to help and assist with that. I'm still a little bit confused as to why APD is still showing up at these sweeps. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. But
Okay.
The outside agency that they have doing the sweeps doesn't make sense to me.
the outside agency.
Yeah, because they took it away from Public Works and they hired another agency, and I don't understand why we're hiring an agency if they're just gonna keep doing the same thing everybody else did.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was a meeting on it, a city council meeting on it a few months ago.
I know that they were hiring like security to be in the area, but I didn't know anything about that.
You're not sidetracking us.
I don't know that they were hiring security. I think that they were acknowledging that there was security at different shopping centers, and I think maybe we were going to add one person to that.
They already did,
but I think that they're the ones that are going and doing the cleanups, because the Public Works, when they came, they were talking about how they were being attacked, like when they were going to Target and stuff, and they didn't think that was part of their job. So the city contracted out. Yeah.
Oh, I remember that some of the people from I guess the abatement teams or whatever, they came and they spoke about it, but to my knowledge, other than them hiring a security officer to be around the city hall and things like that, which they have done, I didn't know there was another entity that was there that was
yeah, they were talking about it. I'll go back. I'm about ready to kill my dog. I'll go back and I'll look up who it was.
She's just kidding, guys.
No, I'm not kidding.
Oh,
Luna, come here.
let's go to commercial.
Come here.
Stuff real quick, because I just watched an article. I listened to an article, and Mary Rocha's doing the same thing that she did to Ellie Householder. One moment.
We're all having side conversations. I would like to know how they got Casey Kasem to be the new stand-in superintendent. Have you ever heard how that guy talks? He talks like it's a game show. How do you take him seriously? You guys know who I'm talking about, right?
No.
Kevin knows who I'm talking about.
no, I don't know. Is it you said he on the school board?
So there's a guy that sits on the same bank at the school board, right up in the front, and he like does like little announcements and stuff, but when he talks, he sounds like he's doing like a radio show.
Oh,
And so that's why I call him Casey Kasem. I'm kind of joking. I know, Devin, it's hilarious. But he is the stand-in superintendent while Stephanie's out sick.
yes.
And the part that's making me laugh is so I love Antonio Hernandez. I love him. And there was an incident at a couple meetings back where we had some advocates in the audience that started chanting. We had some advocates in the audience that started chanting, and he was sitting there. I was in the front row, sitting right next to Patricia, and he started like trying to tell Antonio to hit the gavel. I'm really sorry, my dog's so obnoxious.
It's okay.
But she starts hitting he's like motioning, like hit the gavel, and Antonio just let him do it, and the advocates went through 7 chants, and then they quieted down. But it was so beautiful. But all I can think of is, why did we pick him? He's going to hit the gavel for everything.
We didn't pick him.
No, but somebody did. There had to be a vote. Was it a vote last night?
I'm not okay with that vote, and I told them that at the meeting yesterday.
Oh, wait. Is it the same 3?
Yeah, it's most likely.
Mary,
Most likely.
Clyde, and Gary.
Mary Rocha, Gary Hack, Dr. Clyde Lewis. So when Ellie was in the past, Black Lives Matter movements, and they targeted her. They tried to silence her. They did, and I think they officially did after the second time. So they're trying to silence our current president, school board president, for wanting accountability. Sorry, my dog's going out. I'll be right back.
Yeah, it's not my
My-
dog this time. Yay.
Was triggered by your dog Mary through the thing, and she went out. Was
I
barking.
ain't got no
Oh,
pet.
my dog is so obnoxious. And my boys just walked in, and, it becomes an event.
It is. It's like you're home.
I know, it's like, you're home. I'm here.
So I don't want to. I know we kind of went a little. We got a little
I bruised my toe.
off where we were going. I think Devin was still giving some updates about the youth stuff, right? And the talent show, because I really wanted to hear. All I heard was Patty say she was going to buy her $10 ticket. So if you can give us a little bit more information about that. I'm really interested.
Yes, I can. So I'm gonna for anything the school board related, the youth council stands on what their public statement, and that's what we're gonna refer to on that issue. As far as the talent show, we're looking to raise money for our youth, and we're trying to fight for our youth. And the way to do that is for the community to come out and support for our youth, because we see the homeless issues out on the street right now. We have a high population of homelessness. We have a high population of our test scores going low, and part of that reason is because they're trying to ban our books and hide our education and information, so we don't learn the correct things and the correct tools that we need to have and need to be learning in this current day and time. Because if we are going to hide stuff, that means we're just going to go back wherever. We're going to go back either 50 years or 100 years from now. We're not going to be able to go forward. You have to know your history and where you come from and what happened before to understand where we are in the day and time and how we got here. Otherwise, we're just going to allow people to set us back and backwards. So
Look-
when you buy your ticket, keep in mind that you're doing something to help your community. And that's why it's so important for our youth to participate, because we need more youth participants to participate in this talent show, is because we need youth to come out and speak out and come and address some of those issues. And the topic for our talent show is culture. And that's where we really need to express and celebrate is our culture, because it's not celebrated enough. We get that 1 month and we get Juneteenth to celebrate our culture.
Look,
We need
and
to be celebrating that
history.
throughout the year. We need to be talking about that throughout the year.
Absolutely.
And even I want 2025 to talk more about LGBTQ, homelessness, and African Americans,
Mhm.
because those are really important.
Absolutely. Yes, 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 yes to all of that. History matters so much. And with all the atrocities and civil rights violations that happen in our little city in 2020, 2020, for however long, we need our own history book. We need to be in that history museum in the Antioch. They need to put the police military vehicle in that history museum and make it history. Like, they can't just shove this under the rug. And that's what's happening. Oh, I missed it. That's another thing. The train station is closing. The train station is closing. Was anybody there for that?
I didn't go.
I believe our third vice was there.
Who would have spoke at that today? Do you know their name, Gavin?
I believe it was Malcolm.
Oh, I love Malcolm.
We should
Yeah.
have him on the show soon.
He's our third vice president.
Oh, I
Thank
love him.
you.
He's such a nice guy.
You had a question, Nicole?
Amazing.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to go into some of the youth stuff. So I reached out to a lot of folks in our circle and others, And I don't know, I was re-watching the police oversight commission meeting that we just had, and what was that, last night? Yeah, I think it
Monday.
was last night. And then my son is on the Chosen Basketball League here in Antioch. And I don't know how this just, sometimes things just come to my head like, oh, this would be a great idea. But I was just thinking, like, what if some of our officers at APD could play a game with some of the kids that were on this league? And I was like, man, you know, how's that going to work? I think it's a great idea. I reached out to some folks. How do you think about this? Reached out to some council people, reached out to some of the commissioners, and reached out to some friends, family, whatever, just to get people's thoughts on my idea of trying to bring the community together, especially where it is right now, where the city has been so divided, where a lot of our youth and parents don't trust our police department. And I'm thinking, like, when I go to a basketball game, like, you don't care about what they're not in uniform, you know what I mean? So you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about when, you know what I mean? Or clapping, and it's exciting, and, you know, the kids are there. So my thought process was to have our kids know that not all officers are bad, but at the same time, let the officers know that, look, these are our kids, that the kids that you're playing with and clapping with and all, these are our kids that are growing up to be in cars that you're pulling over or interacting with on the streets. And I just want them to remember that and have that respect for our kids, and just try to have the community engage and just get along for once and have a special event. The coach is all for it. I talked to the chief. The chief is like, I'm old. I haven't played basketball in years, but I'm even willing to play. I think it's a great idea. So I'm organizing right now with some of the coaches and the directors of the Chosen League to try to see if we can make this happen, just for our youth, and to kind of try to build the trust that we can within our community with APD. So that's one thing I'm working on. And also with the coaches there, they want to do something as far as having the youth come out and serve the unhoused and give back to the community as well. So I'm really excited. I'm excited about the talent show. I told my son earlier that I want to try to, you know, of course I'm going to do homelessness, but another passion of mine is like dealing with the youth and trying to figure out what we can do, because they don't have anything to do in the city.
Right.
So when I heard about the
Exactly.
talent, I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. So I
That's
was
why we
like, you know, just trying to connect everyone. I'm for unification. I'm one that has a love-hate relationship with APD. They know who I am. I'm sure the chief, when I left the message, he didn't know what I was going to say. He was very surprised that I was like trying to be positive and do something positive. So I'm just hoping everybody can come support, and we're working on this event.
I think
Yeah.
that's beautiful. I think that's
Nice.
beautiful,
Mhm.
that you're trying to unify the police, and you know, your understanding of the trauma that's been inflicted and that exists. On my end, I feel like, what if Coffee with the Cop, right, is a crock? I don't know what to call it. I don't know, but maybe
It's a
sort of.
joke.
So like, until they figure out who those racists are, who the hateful abusers are, this might be Coffee with the Cop 2.0.
Mhm.
Go ahead, Nicole.
But I have to say, it is up to you to go to that event. It's not, you know, if they have an event, you don't have to show up if you don't feel comfortable. If I have this event and I'm organizing and helping out with this event, if the parents don't feel comfortable with their kids being there, you don't have to be there. My thing, like I said, is just for unification. And it really isn't, it's not taking away from the games that they already have. This is an extra game, an extra event that's going to happen for anyone who wants to participate. So this is not taking away from their normal status quo of what they do within this league. This is just something that's just trying to bring folks together. And if you're a person that does, like, I don't want my kids around APD, I don't trust it, it might be some, then you don't have to. No one is forcing it upon you. But I do want to have that option for kids that want to play basketball with the police.
Absolutely.
Go
Gavin,
ahead, Kevin.
Yeah, I want to address Councilwoman Tamisha Torres Walker, but I'm gonna also reply to add to Miss Nicole. So Miss Nicole, the youth council back in 2020 during the pandemic, we marched with the police for Black Lives Matter. We did that with our police officers.
Where was that at?
Huh? It was in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
We led it, we ran it, and we took that full thing for us. The reason why we did that was not to just show unity, but to show understanding that we can come together on an issue. And our police officers at that time were feeling the same things that we were feeling, because they was like, well, we have kids, even though we are in uniform, we're feared for our kids to get pulled over, even though they're not, even they don't even look like y'all. And
Mhm.
for that to be, as a parent, to speak at that level and say that meant a whole lot to us. And for them to even acknowledge that was really powerful for what they acknowledged. And even though there was a certain somebody that was trying to take away that and trying to split it and tear it down and make us not have the march at all,
Oh, what do you mean try to take it down? What do you mean?
the person that I'm referring to, I'm not going to call that person out by name
It's okay.
because they are so irrelevant.
Okay.
But
What did this person try to do?
them and their daughter tried to literally bully us, make us stop. Came to the meetings, tried to destroy us, and try to wreck the reputation between the youth council, the other youth organization, and the police officers and the city
Wow.
council.
So sorry. I'm so sorry that happened. Nicole.
But it didn't break it. It made unity. But
Okay.
the reason why we was in that meeting to push that, we was pushing for the fact that we want our youth to yes. If you know, you know.
That.
That part.
We was trying to push that same thing. When can our police officers, we've been pushing that since way back in the pandemic. So to see it actually come together and see them come together as for one, that is amazing.
Mm.
And we're still frustrated with the police officers
Mhm.
nationwide, because even though not every police officer is a bad police officer, there's still, like, it's just like your family members. You got that one family member that will act up at the family reunion, and you just
Mhm.
wish they would just go away and sit down somewhere.
Mhm.
But
Mm.
you can't do nothing about it.
It's the
So
whole system. The whole system needs to be
right, it needs to be uprooted. It needs a complete do-over,
mm,
and we need a do-over. So I think a great way to step in the right direction is to bring unity and meet where the youth where they are at, not meet where the police officers are at, because that's not,
Mhm.
you're not going to say, hey, come. No one's going to be like, hey, come with a ride with me or something like that. No, you
Right.
need to build
Right.
community trust. Like,
So
I'm
they
gonna
got to come in our, they have to be
give,
welcome in our, because we're not going to go. We're not going to go to them. Or a lot of people won't feel comfortable even going
right,
in their spaces. So we got to bring them to where we are.
right.
I totally agree with
I
that.
kind of want to shut down their whole lobby and the whole block, but that's just me.
Yeah.
And
So
Good,
again,
you. I've got
Gavin,
faith in you.
Gavin, I get where you're coming from, because even bringing this idea up to some folks, and I respect everyone's opinions on this. I'm like, you can support me or you don't have to support me on this. I'm gonna do what I want to do anyway, because I think it's the best thing to do to unify the community. And this is what just came to me, and everybody's on board. So,
Made it happen.
but I did get a few folks that was, like, what? Even my husband was like, "Oh, you trying to be cool with police now, huh?" I'm like, "Babe, shut up. This is how it's gonna work." Okay. And so my thing is, like, I've gotten a few people that have had some concerns, and I totally agree if I don't get the support that I need with this,
Mm.
but I'm definitely thinking about, my kids and the community and just bringing everybody together. We have to get to a point to where we can make
Right.
this work.
Yes.
Right.
So just
So
real
let-
quick, I invited Camilla on so that she could tell us what happened at Amtrak today.
Yes.
So
Okay, so let me keep.
Welcome in, Camila.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I've been meaning to watch these forever and just have yet to. I'm glad I finally made it.
All right.
I love it that this is your first time.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Good to have you.
You'll be back.
So
Malcolm.
Camilla is the mother of Malcolm, who we were talking about earlier, who is the powerful speaker, and she was there today, so she could tell us
Wow.
what's going on with that event. And
Yeah. Tell me how amazing he did, because he was amazing at lobby day. You didn't get to see him, but you would be so proud of your son at lobby day. I didn't have to say nothing. He just went up and spoke.
Wow.
He was telling me he was trying to take it serious because I pulled them from school, and he didn't get to have like a high school experience, and he didn't even get to he had different experience. And so he was like, I wanted to like really take it serious and like prove to myself that I could do something, and so he felt so good about it. And then even yesterday we had asked him to speak at the press conference, which was really, really, really cool. It came out so nice. Like just a couple of us planned it, but with so much help, so many people showed up. Like it was felt so good to see so many people come out to support, like all the stations and the organizations. It was really, really, really cool.
I'm sorry I missed it. I would have been there. But it was my sister Gianna, my little sister, my baby, her graduation day. So we
Ooh.
spent the whole day with her, and she's now she won't be a freshman in college. She's going to be a sophomore, because while she was in high school getting her diploma, she was getting all of her prerequisites done, and now she's going straight into nursing.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Goals. To our community that's listening, the speech that Miss Camila and Gavin and that we're talking about is there's a attempt to close the Antioch train station. There are people still using it, and somehow through the city of Antioch, our former city manager, something happened. Our mayor didn't know about it, but they decided to close it and send it all the way out to Oakley. So there's a petition out there. ACE is leading this up. If you look up ACE, Antioch, where can
Ace Action, yeah. If you go on Ace Action on Facebook, they have it. And even just ace.org. But there you can sign the petition to send to Garamendi. But yeah, we talked to some representatives. Diane Burgess.
Garamendi is.
Say again?
Garamendi. He's our state, or I'm still learning.
Isn't he
That
our
has to go through the
something?
state.
The what?
He's district something.
So to our community, there's these electeds that there's council, county, We need to know who these people are. We need to write to them. We need to tell them, hey, SOS, don't shut it down. Because that's just another. Yeah.
Right. It was a really shady deal done by the San Joaquin Joint Powers Authority. And it's so trippy because it's like, why do they have this type of say over this much of an area that they have nothing to do with? They decided this years ago for some reason and didn't alert the public, didn't let anyone know. It was super quiet. They decided March of last year, right when we were coming off of social distancing, all the things. They decided to do that, and so many people still don't even know that it's happening. They're gonna have they hold their meetings in Stockton, near the train station. They rotate, but we know that the next one is July 19th, 10 a.m. I wish I had the address at the top of my head, but I know that you can join through Zoom. But we're trying to make a big turnout there because they don't ever hear from the public. They don't get public comments. So if we showed up in numbers, it would really make a difference.
We're gonna need big signs. I'm down. I took a screenshot of the information in an article, so we'll send that. Let's share it on our socials. But we need to show up. I agree, and we need to have like Antioch. And don't like because this is Antioch. We're coming out to Stockton. That'll be yeah. We need to. I'm down.
Right.
Gavin, I see your hand.
Yeah. So for Stockton, that's out of the youth council's jurisdiction. Um, so you would have to contact Stockton Youth Council.
Oh, can you contact them for us?
Yeah, give me all the information that you want me to give them. I'll give them out, and it's up to them to decide.
And so you guys can't go on behalf of your city, Pittsburgh and Antioch?
I don't know. I have to ask our state advisor about that one because it's in Stockton's city. Because there's a whole youth council. So the way the chain of commands work, we handle like the local politics. We handle the like the
The
county
city.
and the city council, school board, stuff like that. The state handles the state boards, the state government, the governor, all that. They handle those issues. National handles everything. The regional handles just that particular region.
Yes.
So that's why it's particular. So and then the like Vallejo branch handles Vallejo. San Francisco handles San Francisco. So it's like different ones.
Okay. And then back to like, so there's levels to it. You have levels of leadership of your NAACP chapters throughout. Similarly, we have a school board. Sorry, back to the school board, but they're not doing anything about it. So we need to go beyond now. I wonder if we could interview State Superintendent Tony Thurmond. He had said he was down a while ago, but we need to because this is getting out of hand. Like it's too much.
Oh, he was at that event we went to.
Yes,
and said that he was down to talk.
because
I remember that.
they're planning on voting out or silencing President Antonio Hernandez. Like, and we already know the majority. Clyde, Hack, Rocha is gonna make that happen. And it's crazy to me. Like, I'm ready to shut it down. Yes, Gavin. What's your
I'm gonna
thought?
speak heavily on this issue, but first I want to address Councilwoman Torres Walker's question about the Measure X real quick.
Yes.
So the Measure X fund, we did push that issue. We pushed it to be because the areas were different. It was kind of like different areas, and it was hard to put them. And the most neutral area was Antioch and Pittsburgh, because it's that off of Buchanan, there's this little dead area where it's that grocery outlet and that Subway and an empty building. We need that would be a perfect place to put a youth development center there. It would be perfect because one, it's where the traffic is. Two, it's because you got school traffic coming each way because there's schools out here in Pittsburgh right off of that go off Buchanan down is that Harper? Help me, right there, the 7-Eleven. What is that street?
Somersville.
Gentrytown? Are you talking about Gentrytown area?
Yeah, like when you go when you go off Buchanan, you go down. There's a 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Across
Gentrytown.
from it, there's like a vegan restaurant and a laundromat.
There's
It's Gentrytown.
There's 2 schools right there. That would be perfect for those 2 schools. And there's like churches, there's houses, and it's near the parks. Highlands Ranch Park is right there. There's Buchanan Park further down the street, and there's another park. I think that's John Buckley Park. I think it's another park right there. But my point is, it's near everything. It's near the gas station. It's near some food. It's near some houses. It's like, let's put where it needs to be. Like if there's traffic, heavy traffic, the parents could like stop for a minute, like take a load off, relax in the car while the kid go in there for an hour or something, do something. You know?
I am all for the youth center. I believe it is exactly what's missing from Antioch. Like there's zero for our youth to do on a regular basis for free.
Absolutely.
What if
Right.
someone says, "Oh, you have the Antioch Community Center"?
What is there to do there?
That you don't
Right. Exactly.
Go to the
There's
library.
there's a library there, but I mean, who wants to spend their weekends at the library?
Right. And
Yeah, and
I was personally thinking even somewhere in the mall.
Mhm.
That's kind of close to, I think, where you were talking about one of those big
yeah,
buildings, maybe
the
like
empty mall.
Urbans
Yeah.
or Macy's or something.
Yeah.
Putting that, because you have the fitness center where they have the basketball that's attached to it, like something like that. I think would be great too for the youth.
Side note, real quick, to our audience, Measure X funds. If you don't know what Measure X funds, it's a big bucket of money. Okay, we pay tax dollars, we pay taxes, so our taxes has gone into this big bucket of money. So that money needs to come back to the community, and in order for that to happen, we need to, one, go in person to the Board of Supervisors meetings, one of the Measure X meetings, or two, you can go online. Find the info, call in via phone, call in via Zoom, but we have to demand this. Otherwise, business as usual, and that funding will not come back to us. So,
And I want to
is that just for Antioch?
I was gonna say, if Tamisha's still online, can she give us some clarity? I think the Measure X fund isn't through the county; it's through the city. It's for youth. From Sycamore need to be, I can't read it because
The Sycamore corridor, those kids need something to do.
No, I thought the Measure X was for youth, police, and it was like 3 things that it was for. And it's up to the council to decide how much goes.
Well, originally we had W, and I still don't know where those.
Oh, maybe that is W.
Yeah, W is police and youth.
You're right. Yeah.
X is definitely county.
So I want.
Right. So X is county.
Yes.
Well, the county needs to stop treating us like we're not worth anything out here because we need help.
Yeah, this is what I want. I'm asking for all the parents that are listening online. Look, the youth council, the board of supervisors meeting is normally in the morning, and it's during the week hour, so the youth is in school, unfortunately. But I'm asking for the parents to step up and say, hey, it would be a good idea to push it to be in the Pittsburgh, Antioch area, because that's where the youth center really needs to be.
Where do you want us to go? The county meetings?
Right.
Yeah.
Board of supervisor meetings, you said?
Board of supervisor meetings?
Yes, go to the
meetings. Are they on
meetings.
Thursday?
They're on Tuesdays. They're on
Tuesdays. Find me a meeting on Thursday. I'll go be all crazy for you.
Yeah, we need.
They're on Zoom, right?
We need the parents.
I am a parent.
I know. I'm saying I'm talking to all the parents, not just. I'm talking to every single parent that's watching.
I'll round up other parents.
It's on Zoom too, so you don't have to go in person.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working now.
And I know parents have their their school chats where they talk with all the parents, and they have school parents and stuff like that. If you're involved in that, you need to be telling those group of parents to come out and pushing this issue, because this issue affects your child when they go out that school door.
Okay.
So we're requesting that the Measure X funding, some of that goes towards a youth center in either Antioch or Pittsburgh. And we're just pushing for that youth center. And the meetings are on, the Board of Supervisor meetings are on Tuesdays. We don't know what time, and we probably will need a link.
You know who's on top of that? There's a member from Reimagine Antioch, and she sends that info out. So if there's anybody out there, yes, Raina, she's an angel in disguise. The keeping,
she is.
So
she's a wizard.
Yes, if you live in Antioch, reach out to Raina. Reach out, Reimagine Antioch online. Get connected, because we have to reimagine Antioch and what the safety looks like in our city.
Me too. I'm sorry, Gavin. Me too.
I know. I'm
pushing for Antioch.
Look, I'm biased because I'm Pittsburgh, but I keep neutral because I wanted to see. I see Antioch's argument and I see Pittsburgh's argument, and both cities are struggling keeping their youth off the streets. If
But-
you guys see Antioch's perspective, but when you see us, do you know Pittsburgh High is right next to a liquor store? There's a
Oh,
liquor store
Concord
right
High
next.
was too. Do you remember that?
Right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's Pittsburgh High, and they go to the liquor store right next door.
They're
And
getting
Oh,
snacks.
yeah.
They
like,
can't buy liquor. They're getting
right,
snacks.
but it's like what? But think like as a parent, as a
I
legal
got
guardian.
liquor when I was that age, so I don't know.
I know,
These
but
kids smarter than
but
we are. when we
I
were.
know, but think how like parent, like your parent, you want your child to be safe, right? If we want, like, you're not supposed to drink at this age right now, just yet. If you
No.
that type of parent, why are you going to have a liquor store next to your child? Where do you child send your child to school?
Mary, comment?
Oh, I was just telling you 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
I agree.
No.
I think maybe like on that Delta View border or something, but it has to be where it's accessible to. But actually, you know what? I'm so sorry, Gavin. I'm gonna have to go with Tamisha on this one. Because we need it. I know y'all need it, but we
Hey,
need it.
We need a bus
Yes,
system
you
for
do.
the youth
But
only.
that's like this is I'm
Girls
telling
and
you,
boys clubs. Something.
Yes.
We gotta do something.
no,
Gavin, your
look,
house is close enough to Antioch.
right?
He's talking about the kids that's in the area of
Okay.
the schools in Pittsburgh.
right,
I feel
I'm
you.
talking
I
about
feel
both.
you.
But
I'm talking
also, as
about-
far as like the centralized location that you said in Antioch, like it does gather out. Like there's such a huge community of children in that space, like young people in that area, like on a regular basis. And
Right.
as again, I'm partial to Antioch because Antioch.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Let it
But we
be
gotta
in a
make something
mutual spot for both
Mhm.
Pittsburgh and Antioch.
I wonder if we
Like,
could get the
let's
cities
get-
to talk together.
right. Let's team up. What we always talk about being in numbers and showing up in numbers. What's more powerful than two cities coming together and speaking on one issue that they want something in the common ground?
Right?
that.
Oh,
They're
I
not-
just thought about it. Gavin, doesn't Pittsburgh have a boys and girls club though?
Yeah, they do.
Like we have nothing. I'm
No.
not about it.
So,
I'm sorry.
look,
I'm sorry,
all-
little bro.
Wait. So no. Wait.
It's empty, right? Empty.
They have
Our
one.
Pittsburgh- wait, I'm gonna tell you a little bit of our history. Pittsburgh used to have all these youth resources, but all of our youth resources is like dying down. Like
Because of
even
money.
that is like the very last. It's like it's hanging on by a thread. We need more centers everywhere. We need help everywhere. And Pittsburgh really needs one, and so does Antioch. Antioch and Pittsburgh both need one, and we need to.
But we don't have one, and y'all already got one though.
But it's not. That's
I'm joking. I'm
also
joking. I'm joking.
We need a
Y'all just need.
Well, you
y'all
know,
just
there
need-
used to be a
it seems
YMCA
like
out
you guys
here,
have
and
you have the infrastructure, but you need more funding to go into
Right.
it.
Don't
We
we
have
have the
no
Nick Rodriguez?
But if we can,
we do have Nick Rodriguez, but it doesn't do nothing.
That's
We can
not
never get out of there.
a boys and girls club. Nick Rodriguez.
They're not. The kids aren't allowed there.
They don't do anything. there.
Anybody is allowed there, but it's
I
what do
know,
you
but they
do
don't
while
have
you're
like
in there?
activities.
There is nothing
Yeah,
a boys and girls
we need
club. When I
more.
grew up in Richmond, a boys and no, we're not divided, Tamisha. We are not divided. We're not divided. I'm just saying that Pittsburgh has one. At least they have the infrastructure. We don't really have anything. I mean, the Nick Rodriguez Center. I mean, I guess they can make that one, but we have to have like mentors that are willing to go in. I don't know how much money that costs. I don't know how much it costs. I mean, what do you do that? I just
At the Boys and
No.
Girls Club.
But-
So I used to take my kids to the Boys and Girls Club in Martinez. I know it's really far from here, but they had one, and they did field trips, and they did nature walks, and they had a big gym where they played basketball, and they had a computer room, and they had pool tables.
Right.
Yes.
And they would do movie nights,
That
or
sounds
cooking
absolutely
classes. It was awesome.
No.
Until somebody got busted there.
Doing what?
I'm not telling you.
Why did
It
you
is
even
not
ask?
okay.
So
We need-
MWRs on military bases is morale, welfare, and recreation, and they have something similar to that on many, many bases, and we need those in every community.
Oh yes.
We need a boys and girls club. We need someone to step up and start like a bicycle group, whether it's a regular bike or a lowrider bike club for, that gets
Well,
the
that
kids,
would
that gets
I
the
want
kids out too,
that sounds like it would be a good thing, if we did like I don't know, a Chicano society kind of
right?
thing,
Mm.
And
I would
anybody
love
could
to
join. You ain't got to be Chicano, but I
right?
mean, we all appreciate, we all like to stop and look at the lowrider cars and the lowrider bikes and stuff. And some of us are like,
Oh,
hey,
I
man.
love all the new bikes that the kids are riding. Some of them
Yeah.
are really cool.
So
y'all.
All right.
I would
So
love
let's
to
come together and
get
advocate for the resources that Pittsburgh needs and the resources that Antioch definitely needs. As a parent and as parents, I think we should definitely all be on board with that. Getting Pittsburgh parents, Antioch parents together, and there's plenty of money to go around. Okay, so we can have something, and we can continue to build on what Pittsburgh already has. I think.
right.
Yeah.
So I think we need a Measure X show, but we need to go to the very active people in both the Pittsburgh Unified School District and the Antioch Unified School District, sit together, brainstorm, and then send them the video of what Pittsburgh and Antioch want to do together in that place that Gavin said.
Right. And I'm encouraging all the parents to please have their youth to apply to the talent show, because the youth council realized the issue that we need something out here to do. And we're trying to be that. We're trying to be our own youth council to make sure our children are not out on the street. The youth council is there for that. And the one of what's really started really talking about me and Camilla was talking about was how we need more resources. And I really value the first conversation. The first conversation I had with Camilla, I treasure that to this day. I treasure that conversation for like in my heart. I really do. And there's a lot of history that goes on in Pittsburgh that no one really knows the whereabout. But a great person to really tell you about that history who just passed was Mr. Willie Mims. Another great person is Miss Frances Green. You should really take the time and talk to your elders and let them tell you the history and reasons why the things are happening the way they're happening now. Because there's
Is
a
Miss
reason
Frances
and
Green,
why
is
for that.
that Gigi?
Yeah,
Oh, I love her.
she can tell you about some history.
Oh, I love her.
We should interview her soon during Juneteenth, during the whole month. Let's talk to Miss Gigi. I love it.
I love her.
Okay.
She told me I was a good egg. No, she told me I was a keeper.
Aw.
Yeah, she melts my heart every time I talk to her.
So
Yes.
we want to honor fallen heroes, Miss Patty.
Yeah, you guys, before we wrap up, do we have let's go around the room, last thoughts. I do want to end it with, it is Memorial Day weekend. So let's be safe and honor those that have fallen, because people enlisted, they've gone to war, they came home, battled different wars, lost their lives here as well. Vanessa Guillen, her life was taken. She also lost that. So, and we lost a major leader in our community. There's a lot of, I don't know, was he a veteran? I don't know, but I'm curious. But still, either way, he's a veteran of the community, literally a revolutionary of our community. So be safe on this Memorial Day weekend. Mr. Willie Mims, King Willie Mims, rest in power.
Yeah. The one person that was in the military was she was in the Navy. I think she was in the Navy. Was my cousin. Her name was Danielle Lucky. She was
Oh,
she
wow.
got on the ship.
I know about
and she
heard about
passed. That. Yeah, she's my cousin.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And her parents have been doing an amazing job keeping up her legacy and talking about her and who she was. Those two would be a great people to interview. Definitely for to talk about some stories. They would be definitely good to talk.
And I don't know if it qualifies, but my dad was a police officer and we're having his funeral tomorrow.
Let's raise your father's name, Mary. What's your dad's name?
Thomas Onnested.
Oh my goodness, Mary, I did not know that.
Yeah, I lost both my parents in the last month and 5 days.
Oh my goodness.
So if you guys all want to take in an orphan.
Yes.
Mary, you already know you already belong to this family. What you
Oh, I know.
You stuck with us.
Out by after work, I keep
This
snacks.
family.
So.
My condolences, Mary. I did not
Thank
know
you.
that at all. I'm so sorry.
Thank you so much. Camilla, I'm going to come over to your house. I know I can walk there,
Oh,
lose some weight.
do it, please.
He
Yeah,
did serve his community. My dad did serve his community. He was actually one of the good cops.
Mm.
He might have been one hell of a dad, but he was a good cop.
Mm.
And he did a good job.
Mm.
And you raised an amazing daughter. Your mom and your
Thank
dad
you.
raised an amazing
Absolutely.
friend. Yes, all of that. Okay.
Yeah, I get to read him the first poem I've written in 40 years at the event
Service.
this weekend. My sister's actually going to read it for me because I don't think I'll be able to get through it. But
Our condolences to you and your family, Mary.
thank you, thank you.
Yes.
You guys are all family to me, anyways.
Ditto.
Ditto.
Right.
Because I know exactly who I can call if I need to be cheered up or distracted.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah, call me anytime.
I like to lift up my husband's dad, Earl Miller Sr. He is 99 on the 25th, and he was a veteran, and he
Wow.
health in San Francisco right now. And I love talking to him about those times. And he knew about Clyde, the thing that happened in Clyde. He knew some of the soldiers that I didn't even know about it until a few years ago. I grew up in Concord, but never heard about that.
That blew up the whole community, the whole Black community that was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was terrible. They taught that in my kid's school.
So yes. Ay. So your father-in-law.
Earl Miller Sr.
City council meeting on Tuesday. Let's go, community.
Let's do it. Yes.
Let's go.
7 p.m. sharp. It kicks off. Be there early. Submit your public comment cards because there's a lot that we need to raise up. Get your neighbors. Get your mom.
And you know what, guys? Just one last thing that we didn't touch on. Malone doesn't need to give the meeting.
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't.
We didn't touch on the police oversight commission.
I know. I just want to let you know that was a slap in the face to all the healing that we've been trying to do. It was the most horrible, nasty thing I've ever seen. And I don't know that I've ever felt more sick in my life.
What? Wait, what happened? I missed something.
Maloney murdered Luis Gongora-Pat in San Francisco, city of San Francisco. He was a houseless community member. I saw the pictures. He was shot in the back multiple times. It was pretty brutal. So that officer, before there was any kind of investigation or accountability, he bounced out and came to the city of Antioch and was received with an award by former police chief Tammany Brooks, former police chief Tammany, because we've had so many since then. And he also brutalized Miss Catherine Wade's son. On the last day that Malad Baldwin left his home, Officer Maloney left his flashlight behind. They beat him in 2014. Malad Baldwin was beat in 2014. He was brutalized and terrorized for the rest of his life. He tried to take his life, suffered from mental health. This is Mental Health Awareness Month still. And we need to always lift up Malad Baldwin, the families that have lost their loved ones, the families who've been brutalized in our city, the families whose civil rights and rights have been violated by people that were sworn to protect us. But that's who Officer Michael Maloney is, and he was there in the city council meeting.
And he was
No,
he was there at the Police Oversight Commission to give
Yeah.
the reports
Presentation.
from the police department.
And then Miss Wade walked in the room and was very traumatized by it, to the point to where the commission decided, because of her trauma with the officer being there, not to what do you call it?
Go forward with the presentation.
yeah.
Yeah, to table the presentation because of his presence. So yeah, that's pretty devastating for a lot of us that were there dealing with that. She was very emotional, and as she should be, rightfully
You
so.
can watch these meetings online. They're online if you go to Antioch Police Oversight Commission meetings, Antioch School Board District. That's on YouTube. Google these meetings, watch them on your free time. Let them be your podcast on your next commute. If you care, if you want to learn more, or you could reach out to us whenever. But Gavin, last thoughts.
Yes, last thoughts. Please make sure, positive notes, please make sure you come to our swearing in. Please make sure you come to our talent show to make sure we have a positive environment. I'm so sorry that this has happened to you guys in Antioch, and my heart goes out to Miss Catherine Wade. And the youth council, we've been standing up on these issues, and we're going to continue to speak up on these issues. And we're not going to be silenced either. No one should be silenced. So even when they're trying to silence, even if you're a school board member and they're trying to silence you, if you are a city council member and they try to silence you, continue to always speak up. There's other ways you can speak up.
That's right.
Continue to speak up. No one should ever be allowed to speak up, because at the end of the day, we have the right to the freedom of speech.
The right
And
to organize.
Use your voice.
Right.
Yeah.
We have a right to speak up and say what is on our mind. And just like the late John Lewis, it is time to get into some good trouble.
Let's get in some good trouble.
Let's get into some good trouble at our city councils, at our school board meetings, wherever it may be. We need to do that. And if the Carlos Taco Show needs to be that, so be it. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And on that note, Carlos, you want to cue our jam?
No, but yeah, I know we got to. It's time. It's time, folks.
Thank
And
you all for being here and contributing to these conversations that we need to keep having. And to our audience for listening in, please share. There's a lot of good content. Share it, inform your neighbors, your homies, and friends.
And if you've got something to say, come on the show.
please, we want anybody and everybody to come on down and speak your piece and let's talk about it. Right?
Say let's taco about it.
About it. Hey, it's the Carlos Taco Show.
That was a good one, Carlos.
Thank you. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. My bad. Every Thursday, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're live. So make sure you tell a friend. And if you haven't already subscribed on the YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. Like the video, so we can start getting. So YouTube can be like, oh look, we're getting something happening over here, and they'll start pushing our videos out more. So we can't do it without you guys.
Right.
So with that, we'll see you guys next week. I thank all of you for being on the show. Again, it wouldn't be a community show without the community here, So, and that goes for everybody out there. You want to be on the show, get a hold of Miss Patty, Mary, Nicole. Just let them know, And oh, we got a comment.
Mary's cat.
Oh yeah,
Mary-
this is Villager. She's our co-host.
Thank you, Raina.
Oh, Raina.
Yeah. And with that, I want to say good night. God bless. And we'll see you next time. All right. Bye, everybody. God bless you.
God bless you.
Hi, y'all.
Bye.